Hello everybody, we are back with the second video of the day, about the 45th video this week. I can't believe it, can you? Please make sure you're slapping a like on the video, make sure and you're sharing to all your friends, and make sure as well you comment in with your opinions. Yes, everybody, the news has broken according to, I believe it's Percy Online. Percy Online at The Telegraph has essentially said, really decent source to be fair, I think Rob Dorsett's backed it up at Sky Sports News as well, that Jack Harrison is set to sign a new contract at Ellen Road. At this moment in time, it's fantastic news, but let's just backdate it a little bit. Sky Sports reporter Rob Dorsett has taken to Twitter to inform Leeds fans that Jack Harrison has agreed a new deal with the club. The paperwork nearly done. In an interview with The Telegraph, John Percy writes that Harrison was 2 hours into a medical before his agent got a call from Leeds to pull the plug on a deal. Percy says a deal to take Harrison to Leicester was 22 million quid. A little bit of information there that none of us really knew. You know, was it happening? Was it not happening in January? Was it lies? Was it just a fabrication? I don't know. From the club, I sort of understood that it wasn't ever going on anyway. It was newspaper talk, but Brendan Rodgers essentially confirmed it as well in his press conference, and John Percy's essentially just confirmed it here as well. But he's been on absolute fire since Javi Gracia has come in, to be fair, and as I mentioned, I feel like I have to discuss this every single time with Jack Harrison. I can be his biggest critic, but all One Lead subscribers will know the reason I'm his biggest critic is because I feel like his ceiling is so high, and to reach that potential would be England level for me, for Jack Harrison. I do believe his ceiling is that high. And obviously he's getting on a bit now in football terms, 26, 27, which you can't believe anymore. It's ridiculous. But he is hitting the form of his season at this moment in time. What I like about it as well is it's not just goals, it's assists. He's been flying since Javi Gracia has come in. Absolutely flying. And it looks like the Leeds are about to announce that he has signed a new contract in the next 24 hours, apparently, before Leeds make an announcement. But it's a huge boost for Leeds going into the final 9 games of the season with Crystal Palace at the weekend as well. Hopefully it's going to give a massive boost to the squad as well. Jack is one of the overperformances. Gracia has come in. It's pretty simple. I came on my review at the end of the game and I said I think that's one of his best performances in a Leeds shirt at Nottingham Forest. I thought he had everything. He could go right, he could go left. His efficiency in front of goal was very good. He wasn't giving balls away. He was direct. I love it when Jack Harrison's direct. He's not direct enough. There was a lot of the mentality which was out the window, which I'm noticing a lot under Gracia as well. If you haven't noticed that, just have a look at it. And what I mean by the mentality is, a lot of the time he's rash. A lot of the time the ball will go over the bar. A lot of the time you'll see him staring up to the sky. And I've always thought with Jack it's a little bit of a mentality issue. You know, he gets in his own head. He really, really does. And then after something bad happens on a football pitch, you'll see consistent bad things happen to Jack on a football pitch when it comes to his own personal, play and development in that game. Under Gracia, that's not been happening. I've not seen his head go down once. I really haven't. I've seen him continue on and strive and get better. And I've been really impressed. And this is what I wanted with Jack Harrison. Not just under Marsh, but for years. Because I always feel like it's stop and start with Jack. Stop and start, cluster here, cluster there. You know, a gap of 10 games without a goal or an assist. And then he'll get a bunch. But it won't be a lot, but he'll get a bunch. And then his stats look decent at the end of the season. But football isn't just about stats. It's about the in-game play. And I think his in-game play recently has been very, very good, especially against Nottingham Forest. Really, really impressed with him. And yeah, I think it's great that he feels that Leeds are going in the right direction as well. I think it'll be a blow to Leicester, looking at a deal like that. Not only are they in the relegation zone at this moment in time on 25 points, but their relegation rival in Leeds United have essentially gone, right, okay, well, the player that you wanted, if you do stay in the Premier League, and we do stay in the Premier League, this is going to be our stamp of approval where you're not going to get him. I like that from Leeds. It's a little bit of a bully job. You're not getting him, even though you were close to getting him in January. And I also like, you're seeing with Jack now, I feel like he's playing with a little bit more of a smile on his face. He's come out in several interviews and essentially said that Gracia has changed the way he looks at certain things, changed the way he looks at his game. And Gracia has done this within, 6 games? Leeds have picked up 3 wins in 6 games. And you never heard this from Jack under Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh, the appointment was a clown show. Most rational Leeds fans know that anyway. But I still feel at this moment in time, Jack Harrison, this is what I tasked him with in my own head. weeks ago. I said on the debrief about a month ago, I said he needs to be the leader. He needs to be the one who's not just putting in purple patch performances. He's the one who needs to start every single game, pulling the socks up and saying, look, I am going to be the leader in this team. I'm one of the most experienced vets in this team. I've played under the last 2 coaches. I was signed here by the coach who changed the fortunes at Ellen Road. So I've seen the rise at this moment in time. So I want to continue the rise. I want, Leeds to get into Europe someday, and I want to be part of that. And that's evidently probably why he signed the new contract. There'll be talks going on behind the scenes about the 49ers and how he's going to be one of the main projects at Leeds United. If he continues this form, every single Leeds fan will be in debt as such to Jack Harrison, because he has the ability on his day to keep Leeds United in the Premier League, whatever the opposition. Hence why Newcastle were interested. Hence why still a half decent calibre-wise Leicester are interested as well, and were interested in January when they weren't in such a mess like they are now. So overall, I just see positive with this, because it's going to definitely give Leeds a little bit of a boost going into the Palace game. It's going to boost Jack Harrison as well, because he's a confidence player. But what I quite like at the minute is I know he's putting in performance after performance and getting start after start and goal after goal at the minute. But even when he gets things wrong, for me, the big thing right now with Jack is up here. He doesn't, as I've said to you, he's not looking up to the sky. He's not almost shouting at himself. He's not sighing all the time. He's just getting on with it. You're just seeing him get on with it. And he, as I mentioned several times, it's a leader's way of going about it. And he's dragging Leeds United. Getting us back into the game the other night was so important. And being Johnny on the spot like he was, his reactions were fantastic. And if he can get that mental side right, if Jack Harrison can get that mental side right, he really has got the Premier League at his feet, because he's got a lot in his locker as Jack. He can, as I've said, balance, coordination, can go left, can go right. His decision making, when he wants it to be, when he slows down a little bit, is very on point. His first touch is immaculate. So let's hope that we can see a smiley Jack Harrison. Let's hope that we can see a consistent Jack Harrison going forward. But I'm really happy for Jack. I've always wanted the best for him. I've just been very, very frustrated by how purple patchy and inconsistent he is, because I think he's better than that. He's always been better than that, and hopefully now under Javi Gracia, like we've seen with Junior Firpo, like we've seen with Max Verber, he's going to continue on the same trajectory as those players have, which is getting better and better every single week. Guys, let me know exactly what you think about Jack Harrison's new contract. Are you happy? Are you disappointed? Would you have liked to have seen him go in the summer? I want to hear your thoughts. Get it in the comment section below. As I say, everyone, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in a bit. Cheers.